Other husbands.
Okay. All right. Can you hear me? I thought we would start off with a funny. Joe Patrice sent that to me, and I went, yeah, that's about right. If I could run, that's probably how I would run. Anyway. Oh, my. My mic's acting up again, guys, so it might cut in and out. Okay. Pants Free Friday. I'm starring question. I am multitasking today, guys. Let's see if the electronics will cooperate. Okay. All right. Yeah, we needed a funny. So hopefully after the med beds, we'll be able to run again. And I think we should run that way on purpose just to get people to laugh. It's one of those that'll raise the frequency and vibration. It's cool. So thank you, Joe, for sending that to me. All right. Let's clear up something really quick. I've had a question to help explain the Christmas sale of why the math is not mathing for some people. They're like, wait a minute. It's 30 minutes for $30 or 3 for $100. That's not mathing, Jen. That's only 90. And I went, yeah, okay. Yeah, but you have to understand when I do some of these apps, there are taxes and transactional fees that I need to cover without it killing my profit. So that is why it is that way. Okay. All right. Enough of business. Let's get caught up with the stars. All righty. All right. You know how this goes. We are going to jump over to our coffees. I've got room for maybe 2 or 3, maybe. And then we'll have to close them. You guys are inquiring minds today. Wings math? No. Well, it was his idea because I even questioned it at first. I'm like, that doesn't math, Wings. 3 times 30 is 90. And he goes, yeah, but look how much you lose in taxes and fees and transaction stuff. And I thought, okay. Okay. I didn't argue. Probably wouldn't have done me any good anyway. All right. All right, I'm going to pause. Let's pause. Everyone freeze. Okay. Yeah, I hope it's considered a great price because normally it's $50 for 30 minutes, and I take the hit on the fees and the taxes, and it cuts into. So I don't make that kind of money. All right, they get their piece, so this helps cover that a little bit better. All right, guys. I've got a question myself that I am going to ask. I saw this. I don't know if you guys have heard this. Apparently, the liberals, I just realized my hair is like really, what is going on here? Oh, who cares? All right. The left, the liberals, whatever, they're protesting and they figure that they're gonna shut Trump down if they have a spending blackout that as of, I guess, all of next week or maybe this weekend, I don't know, but for like one whole week, they want to not go to work and not spend any money anywhere. Well, okay. Now, if you want to hit the government hard, yeah, I hit them in the wallet. Let's see if it's going to be successful. We'll see. All right. Well, we're not going to do anything if the cards aren't going to cooperate. Wings chose these decks. You'll be fine next week. It's hard to believe we only have 1 week left in the month. But yeah, I'm taking next week. Everybody's doing different things, different days. And I'm going to be doing different things on different days. So that's why I'm taking the week. You'll be okay. Now you'll see me if something big happens. Well, if we have internet. Can't I call it top money? Top money. I'm not taking my top off, Moon. What are you talking about? You meant tips. Tax-free tips. Well, that doesn't happen until after January. I know Lee's working a lot of overtime and they still tax it to death. Yeah. All right. Are they going to be successful with their spending blackout? Apparently, they're going to do it all next week to include their Black Friday, whatever, because that's, and Cyber Monday, because that's a big spending day. Will they be successful? It would take a lot longer. They can't just do it for a week. It's not going to do anything. Now, this is interesting, and this might answer some questions if you have asked a question about what's going to happen the next week or two, and we'll get to those. I'll still answer them. Apparently, this is not. It's not going to do any good. So the agreement to do this, remember, lovers can be a contract. This is an agreement for two sides. This would take a whole lot longer to do. I mean, it would take some time. Okay. It's not going to affect anything because this says that God's going to move. What's he going to do? I don't know, but he wins. Look at this. He's reversing something. He's changing something. Okay. Yeah, I'm like, what is it? And Wing said, well, base card will tell you. It's a secret. I don't know. Whatever it is, we's be happy. All right. So the blackout spending is not going to do any good. They're not going to have really an opportunity to do it. Apparently, God's going to move. And it also tells me that there's not enough of them to make a difference. It would take a long time. Okay. Try not to question him. I mean, I do, but I don't always get the answers that I want. Okay. Well, that was my question. Now let's jump over to our coffees. All right. Miss Charlotte has the first one. Since the sky is a screen, that's one way to put it. When will we see the real sky? Okay. If they'll tell me. When will we see the real sky? I know that we see glitches all the time. We see things up there that are just out of place. Let's see. Yes, bossy. Okay. Miss Charlotte. Whew. Divine Creator is going to be very busy in these answers today. He says, when I say so. Don't fear it. All right. This is a blindfold looking up at this guy going, what is this? Okay. So you're going to see quite a lot. This is a Yeshua card. There's your Divine Creator card. When he makes a move, you will see it. Okay. Will it come crashing down? Yes. There's your tower. Does it tell me when? No. Because when the Divine Creator comes into that with Yeshua, it's when we say so. Okay. Now, if you would like to take that up with him, okay, go for it. I kind of get an idea of when we're fully implemented into the new 5D world, that's when we're really going to see it. So the Two of Wands, you see this other world down here? That's 1 foot in and 1 foot out, which tells me we're close. But it doesn't give me a definite time. Like, you know, on the calendar, circle a day. Okay? Rocco, you go enjoy that grandbaby. Thanks for stopping in. And if I don't talk to you, which I probably will because I'll probably text you, enjoy your Thanksgiving. All right? We love you. Okay. Let's go. Miss Louise has the next couple questions here. Grand Rising, Jean. Grand Rising. What if we're not completely risen? Maybe we're just walking around sideways. What is that? All right. Is the presence of 3i Atlas helping to prevent some of our devastating earthquake weather events? Okay, wings. That was blunt and to the point. All right, that's the first one. So let's do that one. Oh, yesterday I got to welcome one of my fractals back home. That was interesting because I got to witness my own other person's demise. That was interesting. Yeah. And I didn't ask for it. No, I did not. Okay. Is 3i Atlas helping to basically contain some of Gaia's rumbles and tumbles and tantrums? That's not really what it's doing. Let me explain something. So 3i Atlas is more about strategic justice for thieves and liars. Look at all these swords. Thieves, liars, and the devil. Suppressing the enemy's ability to move forward and succeed at anything, which makes them very sad. Oh, who cares? What is sustaining Gaia's energy is us. That is the strength of our love frequency. I like it. Yeah, we are doing that, raising our vibration. But you know, they've always got some little trick up their sleeve, like they try to counter everything we do, so nothing beats love. But it looks like 3i Atlas and that energy is suppressing bad guys. We are helping work with Gaia in our loving energy. I think that's cool. Tell us more. Okay. Jojo, if you remind me at the end, if we have time, I'll explain the whole thing. I witnessed the whole thing. There's nothing like getting shot and having your house burned to the ground. It's happened before. It's weird. I saw the guy that did it. He knew me by name. Apparently, I have the same name in this world. Very intense. Okay. Let's go to Louise's second part. What form of consciousness is working with Ria Atlas, Earth Awakening, Divine ET Intelligence, Angelic Intervention? Okay, Wings. What are you just on a roll today? He's just spitting them out. He goes, both. Thank you and happy Thanksgiving. And happy blessed Thanksgiving to you. All right. All right. Let's see. Yes, Wingsy. Okay. He's showing me the galactic intel, the divine, don't really interfere in the sense they can't interfere with our free will. Angels can't either. But it's more of a hedge of protection. For, you know, when the dirty rat bastards are doing their crap. Yeah, they just kind of hold on to it's a protection thing. Oh, this is nice. Well, this is interesting. This puts a spin on it. Okay, so they help in multiple ways. And this is this angelic or okay, so this is more of the galactic side. Do you know how the dirty rat bastards like us to fight amongst ourselves, the division, and they get the loosh off of that? Apparently, they can't do that anymore. Because the bad guys are always looking for us, push and pull, fight, fight, fight. And then, yeah. Okay. So Wings is going to imitate Trump. Fight, fight, fight. And then all the sadness, they kind of gather all of this and they hold on to it, the negative. And it's like the divine is saying, you can't have that anymore. We're just going to help them meditate through it and use their own positive energy. This is a work in progress. So we're getting better. We're not allowing or giving permission, basically, is what Wings is saying. We don't give them permission to hold on to your negativity. We're just recycling it and getting it better and better and better. I hope that makes sense. That they're not allowed to have it. I'm going to get a little bit further because let's see what the angelic role. Because we still have the right to make any decision that we want. Free will. And nobody can interfere with that. They don't have to like it. This is very strategic. That's a huge Yeshua card. Okay, Archangel Michael. It's angelic. So they use strategic measures. Let me see if this makes sense. So when we give off negative, right? Maybe you're arguing with somebody or you're upset, you're depressed, it's a lower frequency. There's like you can hone in on the beacon of who's trying to take that energy. Does that make sense? But that means the angelic realm knows who's doing it and they can figure out It's kind of that wheat and tares thing. Who's good? Who's using it? Do we lift each other up, or are they trying to suck the life out of us? I don't think they're allowed to do it anymore, but they know who's trying. I hope that makes sense. Okay. So we're doing our own awakening. And we do that with the truth that's coming out, talking to each other, and keeping our frequency high by watching crazy videos of people running funny, you know? All right. Let's see. Now, I thought this was funny because I was texting Miss Patty before the show because she put this in there. Hello, everyone. Can't be on the call today, but sending love. Jenna sent you a coffee today. You might need a shot of whiskey with that question. Thanks, as always. I found that interesting. So I went looking for the coffee question. It wasn't there, so I texted her and I said, I'll keep drinking until I see it. And apparently I'm supposed to keep drinking. Wouldn't that make for an interesting show? I don't have any liquor in the house, so we'll pretend. Well, with my newfound gift of sewing, Miss Patty, seeing, I have also been told that maybe it is sewing. Okay, she can sew. I have also been told that I am Mother Eve reincarnated. It's getting a little too woo. Can you ask the cards for me? We've had a lot of people, especially in the community, that carry that Eve's. It's the spirit of Mother Eve. Just like Magdalene or Mother Mary. It's the spirit of them. And it's not specifically just that one person. A lot of people carry that energy, but let's see. Okay, Bossy doesn't want that deck anymore. I'm going to do it with this one. And Miss Patty, I'm getting that you're upgrading. According to what Wings is trying to explain to me, it's just upgrade. It's like you're graduating to the next spiritual level, especially when you're honing in on more of the divine feminine. You certainly are. But this is a combination. So when you take 3 divine feminine spirits and you put them together, okay, they work together. Who are the 3? Starts with Mother Eve, Magdalene, and Mother Mary. Okay. Now, that's only one group because then you can get, and there are different names. They all have different names. I'm not here to argue with anybody over man-made religion names. But yes. So this spirit is coming alive again. This is memories, remembering where that spirit comes from. And it's always the Empress card. She represents all 3 of those. Okay, because that's a mother. She holding her little belly. That's a mama. So yes, you are remembering that you have that spirit within you. Absolutely. She is the divine feminine. Here's your base card. She is the divine feminine that is very, very in tune with emotions, intuition, and empathy. Okay. She is that mama bear. So yes, you are reactivating that spirit. Okay. It's coming more alive. And that don't mean you have to run out and have babies or anything. You can if you want to, but yeah. Reincarnated is probably just the wrong word. Reactivating, reinitiating that spirit that lives within you. Okay. All right. Let's see. Let's jump. That's all the I think that's all the Let me refresh that page. Oh, It got Miss Marcy. All right. Outside the other day, I've seen these little round things. Oh, that narrows it down. Some clear and together, some dark in color, and some spread. I move my eyes, they move. What were these? Cells? That's interesting. Wings is trying to reenact what you saw with me. Something tied with the third eye here. Let's take a look. Let's find out what they are. Wow. You are seeing a form of spirits. You have clear and you have dark. That would make sense. Because you have good, you have bad. These are spirits that have been trapped here. These are still ones that are stuck in that cycle that's been stolen from them. They're spirits trying to release. Okay. Because you have good, but you have negative. They're stuck. These are people that are lost. There's Gaia holding on. These are spirits that are held in her that have been stolen. The Seven of Swords is always a thief and liar. This energy is being released. You are able to see them. It's a form of seeing spirit. It's trapped spirit. You have clear. That means divine, crystalline, whatever word you want to use. And then you have dark ones. So now put all the pieces together. If they aren't able to hold on to our loosh that we give out in a negative moment, that means they're not allowed to hold on to the souls that they have trapped here either. Man, we're making progress. Okay. I agree with Miss Mary. Consider doing a prayer. They're lingering around and they'll find a spiritual person to help release them. Say a prayer, have Yeshua, the angels, heavenly host, however you want to word it, have them come and help these souls to wherever they go. It's not up to us to decide where they go, but you can say a prayer. Say you're released. Yeshua, come and help these souls that are trapped. Maybe energy around where you're at that's like this pocket that holds them. Just like hot spots. And what do we call them? The ley lines. Yeah. Am I lagging or are you lagging? Bunch of laggers. Hey, it's Friday. We ain't got no pants on. We're going slow. All right. I hope that makes sense to you, Miss Marcy. So say a prayer. It's not me. Well, that'd be a first, wouldn't it, Roman? Okay. All right. All right. The baby's got the next one. Junior is seeing dark figures in the trees out of the corner of his eye. What is he seeing? Oh, let's see. Let's see if this is negative that needs to be dealt with, or he's not meant to know. That's why they stay in the shadows. But here's the thing. Divine doesn't stay in the shadows. There's no shadow or darkness to them. What are these figures? Ugh. Okay. Junior's got some family cleansing to do. These are lost souls from his family. Okay. So you see family reaching out for help. Come help me, help me, help me. Yeah, they're stuck. Junior needs to do some releasing. Now, the baby, you know how to do all of this. Okay, these are all the elements. This is done with a spiritual leader. So baby, if you don't feel comfortable, you can reach out to someone that could lead you through the process. Nadia does this with people all the time. Or you could simply ask the divine creator, because there's your hermit. Okay. There is some cleansing that needs to be done with Junior's family tree. Okay. So these are past loved ones that have struggled, need to be released. I don't know if you've ever done Junior's family tree, but this definitely needs to be done. And I get this is a strong on his father's side. I hope that resonates with you. There's a long history here. A lot of tower moments on his dad's side. Needs to be some cleansing. Needs to be some forgiveness. Yes, wings. Okay. What are you, Socrates today? Okay. So a lot of people struggle with forgiveness and what it is. And they say, well, I've forgiven him, but I can't forget. Forgiveness is not about forgetting. It's remembering without anger. I hope that makes sense. Because Plato Socrates over here is saying that. Okay. Okay. All right. Let's jump over to stars. Jerry. That didn't sound creepy at all, did it? All right. My 81-year-old stepmom fell this night. Oh dear. I'm sorry. When I asked her how it happened, she said she didn't know. Okay. Can you tell me if she just tripped over my father's shoe, please? Oh, you think she's trying to cover up so she doesn't feel embarrassed if she was just clumsy? She's 81. I probably would have tried to pick up the shoe and throw it at somebody, but okay. Yes or no? Did she trip over a shoe? I'm not 81, but I trip over stuff all the time. Probably because I run like that lady in the video. Just saying. I don't run anywhere, if you believe that. Nope. Did she trip over your dad's shoe? Okay. Wings tries to reenact things. She lost her balance by trying to step too far over it. She thought what was like a long stride stepping over the shoe would help. It did not. Okay. See? I can get over this. No, what happened is it caused her to lose her balance. That card's not upside down. No, it flipped her upside down. That's the hangman. She got too much pride to say anything. She was hoping that it would just kind of blow over. Yeah, she didn't want to say anything. She didn't want you to think she's weak. It'll blow over. We'll just move on. Yeah, she have a hard time admitting she can't do what she used to do. Yeah, she's tired and worn out. She can't. So it's just a misjudgment of her step, if that makes sense. So this is judgment, and she misjudged. So it confirms she's not going to admit it. Hurts her pride too much. Okay. All right. I try to run in my yard, I end up in the pond. Honey, I ain't going to end up in a pond. I'll smack right into the fence. That's exactly what'll happen. Yep. I won't make it to the pond. I hear Boom Boom Cat. He's banging on the door. All right. Miss Mary. All right. It appears that Lieutenant Colonel Bossy from Australia is MIA. Oh, dear. Really? I haven't seen him. Well, I don't watch anything here recently. It's just too much energy. Could Spirit tell us whether or not he is safe from the DS? Deep State, rat bastards, whatever you want to call them. Please and thank you. Is Lieutenant Colonel Bossy safe? Okay. Is he safe? Wow, you had a card flip out. It's a good card. Let's see what else is with it. Joe Petrie, I think the last time that I did any running, I ran after that tent. I'm just saying. Yeah, not pretty. All right. Lieutenant Colonel Bossy. Oh, okay. He's safe. Okay, so the card that came flying out was Mr. T. 7 of Wands, that's guarding, that's standing up against, has the higher ground. He's safe. He's in a new location. They did try to take him out, but he's safe. So that tells me the good guys have him. Is he safe? Yes, he is. There's your Ace of Wands. They had to take action and get him safe. Okay, that's good to know. So let's keep him in our prayers that he stays protected. I get, is he going to resurface? Because he's great to listen to. He has great information. Yeah, he'll come back in the future. Oh, there's your future card. There's the star card. I wonder if he got hurt, because that's a healing card. Yep. There's a med bed. They tried to hurt him. It's going to take a little while. Wow. Let's keep him in our prayers. Yeah, it was, JoJo, wasn't it? He's been threatened. Well, it looks like they tried to succeed. He was either hurt, poison. Wings are showing me more of a poison kind of thing. Made him really sick. But I got the Tesla medbed card. You will see him back in the future. You got the star card, which is healing, but it's also galactic quantum. So it looks like he needed to go off and get healed, but is with the white hats now. So let's be patient and give him a little time. Telling you, these rat bastards, they don't care. They just want you to shut up. I'm not going to do it. I'm going to talk louder and louder. Louder, louder, louder. And without pants on. So there you go. Miss Marsha. Big thanks to you, Jen. I look forward to your shows. Oh, you're welcome. Please tell me why my investments were bad. Will they ever turn around? Do I have to be concerned about finances in the future? Well, everything happens for a reason. I know you don't want to hear that, but let's take a look. Will your finances turn around? I look forward to the day when we can live in a world where money doesn't exist. Wouldn't that be nice? I know it'll take a while, but Marsha's finances turn around. Who's been doing secret squirrely stuff with your finances? You trusting the wrong people, honey. Okay. These, let me explain. These are two secret cards, okay? Has caused you, there's secrets you don't know about that has caused you to lose money. This is you trusting the wrong people with your investments. They've taken it. Refocus. Will it get better? Yes. There's your sun card. Everything is not as it seemed, and this is being hoodwinked. The moon card also represents confusion and delusion and misinformation, that kind of stuff. You trust in the wrong people. Are you going to have to worry about finances in the future? No. This is finances that are stable. This is an RV card, giving and receiving. You'll have lots of help. So it's going to get much, much better. But there's some secret squirrely stuff. So I don't know if you've made investments with the wrong people. The base card's beautiful. That's moving out of troubled waters. Things getting better. Yeah, I don't know what kind of investments that you've made or trusted the wrong people. Be a little more discerning in the future. We all have to do this. People are wolves in sheep's clothing. Give me your money. I'll invest it. I'll make money for it. No. I don't think you're getting the whole picture of where your investments went. I hope that makes sense to you. Jojo, those dirty buzzards. You're nice about it. They're dirty rat bastards to me. Okay. Let's see. Insult to the buzzards, yeah. All right, Miss Mary. Can I get a reading from Spirit for the next 2 weeks, please, and thank you? Are you telling me how to do my job now? Puts his hand on my shoulder. He goes, 1 week at a time. Why is that necessary? We always do them together. Okay. Makes total sense. The lawyer screwed me over. Oh, well, there you go. Confirmation. You say a lawyer. I understand. Okay. All right, Miss Mary. Bossy here says we're going to do 1 week at a time. So let's do all next week. And the first week of December, we're going to split it up. Oh. Your bossiness is on another level today, Wings. Okay. Use 2 decks. Could be, JoJo. Something coming. Maybe. Next week from Miss Mary will be the first deck. Mary's getting married. She's like, the hell I am. Okay. All right. I'll have to split this up according to Bossy here. First week of December. I'll show you. Be patient. I hear you. Just show me that week. No, we're going to do this a certain way. Interesting. You have a repeat card here. What the crap? Okay. All right. You ready? 2 weeks. All next week is the first one. You have the Hierophant card. This is well aspected. That means this is faith. Your faith is gonna be getting you through next week. Yes, Wings. I'll show you next 2 weeks because you have the Hierophant on the other week too. Your faith is gonna get you through whatever's coming. So all next week, I said you're getting married. Something new. There's a celebration here. 4 of Wands. Something new. That could be anything. Okay. Reconciliation. Memories. Are you doing any walking down memory lane, having Thanksgiving dinner or holiday dinner with family? Are you getting together with them? Because you might be sitting around. We all do this. You kind of get together on a holiday and go, you remember when? You'll be kind of doing that next week a lot. Now, this is also next week. There's a financial gift here coming. Materialistic. Because that's what Pentacles are. It's an earth sign. And then the Page of Wands is about new beginning, hope and optimism for a new future. Okay, so that's beautiful. All next week looks good. You're going to lean on your faith instead of your hoe. You got new stuff coming in. Reconciliation, remembering old memories. Sounds like a holiday week to me. Now, let's jump to the first week of December. This is interesting. I showed you the Hierophant. Your faith is still going to push you through the first week of December. Financial stability. 2 of Wands means some pretty hard decisions to start making. You have to get everything lined up. Something's already in the works and coming in. Time and money. Interesting. No Thanksgiving plans? Could be just having a conversation on the phone with somebody. You might start talking about memories. Maybe you call up your sister and you start talking about, you remember when? It's just one of those conversations, okay? You just recollecting some things. You might, let's say that you're waiting on this financial gift to come in. You might be going, whew, that was a long road, and you might remember the journey getting there. Okay. But the main thing to remember is you're going to lean on your faith. Something new, financial stability, that's huge. Your son's birthday is December 2nd. Okay. Well, it looks like there's nothing to be concerned about that has anything to do with fear, negativity. But I do see it in communication a little bit with somebody. It might be your son. Okay. All right. All right. You're welcome, Miss Patty. You can quit drinking now. All right. Your oldest boy's birthday. Well, happy birthday to your son. Great grandson's December the 3rd. Wow. Lots of birthdays. Little man's birthday is December 29th. It's going to be a couple of interesting weeks, Miss Mary. All right. The baby's got the next one. What's going on with my pain in my hand? Junior hit you with a hammer when you weren't looking. Let's see. Do you have nerve pain? Like, what do they call that? Carpal tunnel? Whatever. I'm just asking. You don't have to answer that. He's on the truck. Okay. Let's find out. Did you punch somebody? Because, baby, you've been fighting again, haven't you? What's going on? Sometimes we do wake up with injuries that we have acquired in other realms. You feel like you've had the crap beat out of you, and you're like, I don't remember doing nothing. Okay, that doesn't make any sense, but okay. Maybe it does. It has something to do with your future. Something, okay, your spirit's anticipating something. Funny. You're funny, Wings. Funny. If I told you this was symbolic and metaphoric, would you believe me? You're like, no. This is about the future. Let me tell you. 3 of Wands. This is looking into the horizon. This is something that has gotten your higher self to make you be aware of. This is not a bad thing because there's the Strength card. The baby doesn't know her own strength. She's going to be punching people. No. Something's coming in alignment here. Something's coming. Your hand getting heavy. The reason that I was laughing at Wings because he said, your hand gonna be sore from holding all that money. Okay. Yeah. It's a distraction to get you to focus on it, pay attention to it. I find this interesting that it is a positive thing in the future. Look at all the hands in this. 10 of Cups is this is everything coming together and wishes being granted. It's kind of like how we tell people when your palm itches, you either owe somebody your money or you're getting somebody money. This is heaviness. Not to get tricked. There's something new coming. There's a Page of Cups. You should get excited. I know, you're very confused. Like, what? Don't let it be a burden. It's almost symbolic. Don't carry around too much that is too heavy. Working, I mean, you've got, there's hands in this everywhere. It's symbolic. Your higher self is definitely trying to get your attention. Let's see. Nadia says it's a new chip. I didn't pick up on chip. Could they go hand in hand? Yeah. Yep. Speaking of hand in hand, could they? Yes. From a different world, yes. But this is a cycle of completion as well. This is really about hard decisions to make. You see all this? You got stacks of money. You got all this stuff to choose from. Don't carry around too much. You're going to have a lot going on. Okay? It's the actions that you will take with your hand. How interesting. Look at all these hands. It hurts. Well, let's do a cleansing prayer for the baby. Where is... Oh, I have to do this. Okay. We're all over the place today. Miss Marcy. Any great exciting things this weekend? I guess we're going to find out what banks are ISO compliant, aren't we? That's a huge thing. It was a handy reading. I bet it was, but bump. Let's see what's going to happen this weekend. Yes, wings. He's extra bossy today. That's what I'm going to deal with this weekend. Marcy, let's do one personally for you, and then let's do one for the collective, because I don't know which that it will be. Is that a question just for you or the collective? So this one's for you. Let's take a look. How's Marcy's weekend going to be? You're like, what the hell does that mean, Jen? It means Page of Pentacles, purchases, new purchases, making an investment of something. You're going to be kind of in limbo. Get a different perspective of how things, especially over the things that you're going to hear. So if you're a news watcher or get information about something, keep your emotions in check. Okay. All right. Maybe you're going to the grocery store and you have to cuss out loud because the prices are so high. It's a possibility. Let's find out for the collective how our weekend is going to go. Collective weekend. Now remember, you get to choose personally how you take your emotions with this weekend. Wow. Okay. For the collective, it's going to be a beautiful weekend. This is a celebration full of love. Maybe somebody getting married. I don't know. Somebody get married? And Empress. That means also that Gaia's energies are going to be beautiful as well. But that is sovereign and independent, knowing what she wants. Interesting that the collective gets a card that Marcy got as well. And that is the Hangman. We have to change our perspective of exactly what's going on. Do not believe all the crap that you see and hear. I've learned just to turn it off. Go watch you a funny rom-com Hallmark movie or something that makes no sense. They're all got the same plot. Anyway, turn off the crap. But what you do here, use your discernment, control your emotions. But it looks, that was a beautiful read for the whole collective. Okay. So Marcy, you personally, you probably maybe do a little penny pinching if you go to the grocery store, and try not to get too upset when ground beef is like $5,000 a pound. You know what I mean? So maybe you kind of have to laugh, don't you? I just roll my eyes. Now, I did get a kick out of all the stuff yesterday about, well, that's sedition. Let's hang him. I'm like, okay, let's do. Just saying. All right. Let's refresh. Okay, we're good. You just got the next one. What have I been doing in the astral lately? Haven't we been busy? Whew. I know I have. Apparently dying in one of them. All right. What you been doing? Never challenge dumb. Yeah, dumb comes back and says, hold my beer. Yeah. All right, let's find out what Eva's been doing in the astral. Ugh. Oh. Oh. Yeah. Some of it. Ooh. Well, it's kind of like the same thing that's going on here, taking down of the old systems and stuff. You're destroying crap. I'm anxious to know how you're doing this. This is creating stability in the astral. So basically, that's destroying all the negativity stuff because you've got judgment. Wow, I like this though. So the astral plane that you've been concentrating on is very much like what we've been going through. Is we have to clean out all the bad crap to get to the new world because this is looking into the future. Some of it they don't want to reveal, but High Priestess also just means that this is beyond the veil. There's some things that they don't want you to see. This is about cleanup. This is on another Gaia. Queen of Pentacles. She's very, very focused on cleaning up that earth. You're also doing a lot of the pages work. You just working. So this tells me that you're in a parallel. It's got just as many problems as this one does. But you are not what we call here keyboard prayer warriors. There you have a physical job, like military. I think a lot of us do. That's why we come back bruised and sore and in pain a lot in astral travel. We've got to learn to do the immediate healing or not bring that back with us. We haven't quite mastered that yet. We're working on it. Okay. Brother Roy. Well, I'm moving to my own home by January. Well, let's see. Kansas is supposed to be working on no property taxes. Yeah, something tells me that in order to do it legally, they're going to have to allow the states here in the U.S. to do that, a state-to-state basis. Remember, they're all sovereign states before they form the union. So, you know how they say give the power back to the states, and then whatever states don't want to agree to do it, the people have a right to rise up against them. Yes, Roy, but we have some advice, Lovey. This says yes, but regarding moving into your future house, when it comes to your finances, so your wheel of fortune is literally a wheel of fortune, but you're in control of what you choose. Think logically, not by temptation. Okay, so there's your devil. He's just a representation of tempted to buy something or move into something that is not going to serve you. Okay. It's because you don't want to get ripped off just because you have money. Does that make sense? Realtors never let a realtor know how much money you have or make top offer deals or whatever. You will do this, but Spirit is really warning you, make sure you don't get ripped off. People are going to be very, very anxious to make these massive moves. And the system is going to work against us because they're like, these people got money. Let's get our piece. Be careful, okay? Yes, Laren. Hold on. Come on. Okay. All right. So, Brother Roy, yes, but be careful. All right. Bonita. Can I have a message from Spirit? Sure. Let's see. What does Bonita need to know? The answer to your question just leads me to another question, and you do not have to answer, but it's the way that Divine Spirit allows me to read the answer. Are you trying to make a tough decision about moving, getting a different perspective? Can you see yourself somewhere else, maybe possibly moving to be closer to family? Spirit just wants you to take a good, long, hard look at this. Where would you like to go to make you happy? First, they start with get a different perspective of things. We always have tunnel vision, 3D tunnel vision. We see things the way we expect them to be when we need to change our perspective. Personally, I cannot hang upside down and stand on my head, but sometimes we just need to get a different point of view. This has got this country energy all the way around her and Gaia. Where would you like to live that would bring you the most happiness? The most satisfaction? That you can be proud of, that you're not stressed out about? This is about manifesting what you want. So Spirit wants you to focus on that. Where would you want to be? Really put it into hardcore looking at realty when you've got time. Where would make you happy? But this is very, very one with nature. Like, I don't want to live in the concrete world, if that makes sense. The Spirit wants you to focus on it because this financial gift is coming a lot sooner than you think. this is victory. You ever thought about moving closer to people? It could be where you grew up, because this is also memories. But Six of Cups is about, oh, I remember what it was like where I grew up. But reconciliation could be moving closer to someone that you've been away from for a really long time. Give it some thought. Okay. All right. Miss Charlene has the next one. And we get a reading for the collective for the next week. Sure. We did the weekend. Let's do all next week. All right. All next week for the collective. I know not everybody in here celebrates Thanksgiving, our American holiday. Other countries do Thanksgiving, but it's not this coming week. So whatever you choose to do, be blessed in doing it. What's a collective going to be doing? Lots of different things. Oh. 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 Okay. Lots of different things. Lots. We got a lot of choices to make next week. This is a celebration. This is woohoo. Let's get this done. Manifestation is a huge part of this, but that's not where the energy is pushing on this card. The energy is more about magician's trick. People convincing us of magician's tricks, like, that's not real. That's not real. Can't be. That's not real. I don't know what that means. All I know is it's very real, and it's the divine creator making us very, very happy. I think we might have a moment next week where we're pinching ourselves going, is this really happening? Now, I do not know what that means. I know what I would like it to mean, and it has nothing to do with money. It's justice. We need to be patient through this. Now, me and what I'm personally waiting on is the death angel to remove the negative, because that's what the death angel does, is seeks justice. Removing the tears, that'd be great. That's me personally. You do not have to believe that. But if somebody tries to convince you, whatever happens next week, this is not real and it's not happening, you need to trust in your divine creator. Okay? I much would rather see the dirty rat bastards be dealt with and the evil removed than I would one single penny being put in my hand. Because if the evil is removed, then babies are saved and we can start rebuilding our world. Money, it's just a different perspective that I have. But overall, the collective reading is be careful who you listen to, what you believe, and don't let them convince you otherwise. Always trust your gut. All right. Brother Roy, a message from Spirit. All right. Lyran, you can wait a minute. Bossy. All right. Don't you yell at me. Sassy little shits. Sorry, what? All right. Spirit, Brother Roy. Okay. Wings, I haven't even flipped a card yet. You're already lecturing. He said, patience. So what's the last card that I pulled? Patience. Okay. So in everything that you do, what has to do with building finances and mastering this plan that you have for the future, just like the rest of us are. All right. This is stand up and resist. Push back against information that you're hearing. I get the feeling that you're probably hearing lots of different, it's going to happen here. It's going to happen here. It's going to happen here. You got to push back against it all because it's all smoke and mirrors and you have to trust your intuition. What is Spirit saying? Be patient. When we get suckered in and we start listening to all these different rumors and stuff and we get our hopes up, what happens when that time comes and nothing happens? You have this crash of disappointment, which lowers frequency. So now when we hear things, okay, fine, we'll see. All right. And this is all about your future. So be patient. Divine Spirit, just use a little more discernment with what you're hearing and what you're hoping for. Everything is fluid and can always change. Okay? If a date comes and goes and nothing happens, it's because it wasn't meant to happen. Something changed the frequency and the energy, and there's nothing we can do about it except keep the frequency up. Okay? All right. Sister Pam, may I have a message from Spirit? Yes. Sister Pam, I'm still shuffling. There's a little hint of sadness. Why do we have a hint of sadness? I didn't ask you, Lyran, but okay. Oh. Okay. This is about investment. You leaning on your hoe. You tired of leaning on your hoe? We all have bruises from the hoe handle. Okay. Manifesting. You are in control, remember, of everything how you respond to things. Divine Creator sees you, hears your prayers. Definitely. Divine Creator's actually been trying to get your attention because this is judgment. Judgment isn't necessarily judgment. It just means, look here, listen to me. I don't know what the number 8 represents, but it's extremely important in this reading. Divine Spirit just wants you to know, you keep on keeping on. Don't get hoodwinked by any information that you get. That keeps you stronger. Keep your energy strong. You can tame this beast. All 3 of these came out right in a row, and they're all 8s. Look for something to happen. 8 hours, 8 days, 8 weeks, 8 months. It's not 8 months. I don't know where is the sadness coming from? Wherever this sadness, this down feeling is coming, you cannot let that hold you back. You need to keep going and pushing through. And that is just to have faith and go with it. I just get the feeling that you could get stuck into a cycle of sadness. I don't know why. Push through it. Your faith will get you through. All right. Okay, we got Miss Susan. How is my next week going to be like? Okay, so we're going to do individual just for Miss Susan. We're going to look at her week next week. All right. Let's see. Wow. Susan, your week is, everybody's going to be doing this. It's not negatively aspected in this tradition. I think Hierophant is really busy because those that have traditions of celebrating holidays, if you do, this just says that I'm going to do what I always do. Okay. But the Hierophant is about, I got faith. Whatever that looks like to you, you're going to be leaning on that a lot. They're being a little secretive about your week coming up. There's lots of things that cannot be revealed right now, but here's your hope and optimism. There's your star. Now, I always like this card in the sense that if you're feeling bad, you're going to start to feel better. This is also possible galactic interaction. You might look up and say, oh, there's a ship above my house. Next week, you also have a sense of independence and wealth, meaning I don't need nobody for nothing. Okay. Once again, pay attention to information that's coming out. King of Swords always represents intelligence. We must discern what is truth and what is not. And that High Priestess in that reading tells me you might hear some stuff and not have the whole picture because they're holding some stuff back. I think that's pretty much about any worldly thing going on right now. You're not seeing the whole picture. Have faith. There's a plan and a system. Think independently. That Nine of Pentacles is independence and sovereign and going, nope, I'm going to think for myself. Nobody else is going to tell me how to see this. Not even me. Not even Spirit. Okay. I don't see any negative about next week. They are being a little quiet about some things. Base card, go with the flow. It sounds like we're just on repeat for everything else. Your faith is very high. You're going to lean on that. We don't lean on our hoe too much anymore. We're leaning on our faith. Okay? All right. Jojo McWill. Thanks for the coffees, guys. Is this tenderness under my armpits part of some ascension? I had clear mammogram a couple of months ago. Thanksgiving blessings to you and yours. And to you and yours. Jojo McWill, you've been leaning on the hoe under there too much. It's sore. If we could metaphorically make that true, yeah. We're just leaning on our hoe. Let's find out what's going on. You're so prim and proper. I love you. But I'm going to say it like a human would say it. Because it's not the breast. And ain't you boobies? A little concerned there you have a lymph node infection. It's just something that's trying to rear its ugly head. You know how like you get swollen lips here, then it can be like strep or just a sinus infection or something. Well, you got lymph nodes everywhere. Does that make sense? Because I'm seeing infection. But let's see what the cards say. Okay. Funny. Okay. Always have faith. Hierophant's busy card today. Well aspected. Have faith. Don't think negative. But it also tells me a traditional help and advice from a doctor of your choice. You see the medical symbol in the Two of Cups. This is working together, discussing it with someone, because they'll be able to eliminate it not being in the mammogram. Because this is something that's going to make you feel very, very tired and draining. You need a little more information. Don't put it off, because this is advice. I just laugh because it's leaning on your hoe. Don't sit back and wait. All right. You might want to reach out and say, you know what? I'm just not feeling good. You've got to take a leadership role to get past this. So basically what it's telling me is, I'm not a doctor, but you got to be your own advocate to say, I think I've got some kind of infection. I'm not feeling real well. And they could probably give you an antibiotic. Clear it up very, very fast. You just make sure that you don't let them bully you into it. Well, you need another mammogram, or we need to do this. And it's no. Trust your body. Okay. The lymph node system. Somebody in the chat. I know none of us are doctors, but if you all could explain that a little bit. You have them here. You have them here. You have them around the groin. There's lots of different places. But you can look up the lymphatic system, okay? And just like when your glands, that's all that is. But you've got them everywhere. You can have an infection. Just mean you could have a common cold, and that's just where it finds its place. But it does suggest that you should reach out and possibly get an antibiotic. It usually clears it up. Okay? All right. All right. Back over here. Wyletta, where you been? You sleeping? How many Benadryls you take today? All right. Any messages from this weekend? All right. For you. Costco run. See, Miss Mary's not wearing pants or bra. There you go. Yeah, I always try to tell guys when they, they're like, well, you gotta wear that all the time. Yeah, try wearing a jock strap 24/7. See how you like it. Wyletta, you can't be going go, 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 go. Uh-oh. You got to get some rest here. You're going to be okay. Wyletta, I do not know your children. But do they ever try to pull the wool over your eyes and trick you? Hey, Mom, we're going here for the I don't know, whatever it is, and that's not really where they're going, kind of thing. Your children, and this is like a group effort. There's children, there's siblings. Let's trick Mom. Let's tell her that we're going to do this, but we're really doing this. All right, Eagle Eye Mama Bear. There's a little bit of a warning here. Now don't worry about them. Don't give them very much money. I don't know. There seems like be a trick. And with that 4 of Pentacles, and that's an investment card telling you to kind of hold on to it. Hey, Mom, we need money for school supplies. And really, they're going out to buy new boots or something. You know what I mean? It's just like there's a little deceit here. I'm not trying to be mean to your youngins, but I know how teenagers are too. Yeah, overall, your weekend's going to be great. You have the World card and the Strength card, but this tells me that if you can wrap this up, your strength is to get ahead of this. A little bit of a warning. So let's say that your kids are up to something. Use your discernment. Okay. They might want to do something and go, hey, Mom, we need some money to go here. Mom ain't got no money. Okay. Mom got Benadryl. Okay. That's your other name. Yeah, YouTube's crazy. Sometimes I don't know what it's doing. It's been going back and forth, but I think it's still the cleanup process. I don't know. All right. Roman, you got the next one, love. Is there anything? I love it. New York thing. Okay. Anything specific Spirit would suggest I be focusing on or doing? You've been working on your gratitude. Divine Spirit loves that. They just kind of like just do, just be. Sometimes we just need to be in the moment. We're always looking because we're hyperactive rats in a race all the time. Sometimes we just need to be where you're at. What does Roman need to be? Okay. Discussion, fairness, prayer. Basically, this is you have a faith that you also, very busy card today. We are all really coming back to our roots and tradition and what we feel. It means our higher selves are going, this is what works. What is your faith that relieves your burdens? And are you focusing on the messages that are coming through? And you also need to be fair of what you're telling. It's not like we can hide everything from the divine creator. Okay. Spill your guts. I have said this before, that the divine creator is the best BFF you can ever have. There is nothing you can't tell the divine creator, and you cannot bullshit your way out of this conversation. Okay? Because this is smoke and mirrors. Having those one-on-one conversations of this is how I feel, this is what I think, this is what I need or want. Our egos can tend to word things that are not true. God knows the heart. Be honest. Be honest. Words like, I'm very grateful for what I have, and then stop, period. When your thought is, I'm very grateful for what I have, but I would love to have some more, please. And the quicker you do this, the better off I'll feel. Thank you very much. Be honest. God already knows how you feel. Do we have ego spoiled brat syndrome sometimes? Yes, that's okay. He kind of made you that way. Open up more and listen more. You have. Are you not being patient for answers? Is that what you mean? Totally spill it. I have thrown things. I have cursed. I have done anything and everything in front of God, especially when I lost Michael. I threw a chair at Jesus. I was cussing. I didn't care. But you know what? God loved it. You know why? Because it was honest. And it was me. It's okay to get mad. It's okay to get furious. And then wait for that warm blanket to come in. And he said, I got you. Okay. All right. So do more of that. If you've been doing it, keep doing it. Okay. We expect microwave society, fix my problems, please. And he's like, you'll get fixed when I'm ready to fix you. So in the meantime, have gratitude. It's okay to bitch and complain too. Okay. You're a human being. We do it. We all do it. And anybody that says that they don't, you might question it. All right. Roman, any update on the stimulus? I'll pull cards live, but do you know I pulled cards on that the other day and it said that they're telling us like mid 2026. And I got that was a lie. That they just are not coming out and telling anybody that they would come out next month before Christmas. But let's ask again because we know the energies change. All right. So, what is going on with these stimulus checks? Oh, I see. See, they're coming. This tells me, remember I told you that I read this the other day? It's all smoke and mirrors. They're not telling us everything here. Stimulus check coming. Oh, yes. There's your strength card. This has been agreed upon a long time ago. This is in the past. What are we waiting on? This is stability. Now, you're like, stability for what? Do we have the money or not? Yes, we have it. And yes, we're getting it. What they have to do is weed out and figure out who gets this and who doesn't and who has been corrupting the system. I mean, my goodness, they came out that like 5,000 dead people receiving SNAP benefits, that kind of stuff. They are going through the system, cleaning it up. They don't want to issue the stimulus to people that have been lying. Is it coming? Yes. They are focused on giving it. I get that they've already worked on this, but they are trying to figure out who gets it. Now I'm going to ask a very specific question. Will it be before Christmas? Because I asked the other day and it was a yes. I don't know if the energy is going to change or not. Will these stimulus checks come out before Christmas 2025? Isn't that the year we're in? Yeah, okay. Took me a second. Yeah. Here's your 10s, happily ever after. 10s are completion. They're strategically deciding when to send them out. Basically looking at the calendar going, when do you think it'd be a good time? Okay. It says yes, as of right now. Well aspected, have faith. Okay. All right. And if we haven't received anything by the time I come back on December the 1st, we'll take another look at it. Just remind me. All right. We've got, let me refresh the coffee page. We've got 4 questions that are starred. And if you remind me, I'll do the fractal returning story. Okie dokie. All right. My mom caught my sister having... Huh? All right, Joby. Let's figure this out. My mom caught my sister having... instant and talking to me. She also came to know my stepdad, talks to me and keeps in touch. Guidance from guides in this situation. I'm trying to read between the lines because I've got a typo here. My mom caught my sister having... Joby, if you're still in here, honey, can you kind of clear? I am very confused. Or maybe somebody's seeing it clearer than I am. Everything gets jumbled after I'm getting towards the end of the show. Keeps in touch. So did your mom find out that your sister's also been talking to... Like, your mom doesn't like you all talking to anybody. Guidance. I don't like to assume anything, but I'm going to go ahead and pull cards on this. So mama finds out that you and your sister are talking like to stepdad, or y'all been talking to each other and she don't like it. Caught her having a conversation with his sister about her stepdad. Well, I'm pulling cards because you asked guidance from your divine spirit. Jen's a little crueler. I just say, what's your fucking problem? Fuck off. I'll talk to whoever the hell I want to. But Spirit is so much nicer than me. Spirit says the same thing, but so much kinder. Let me explain. She's just very spiteful and vengeful, and that energy is wearing you down. Okay? This is about fairness with words and balance. You are allowed to talk to your mother, talk to your sister, talk to your stepfather. You can talk to whoever you want to. It's balance and fairness. I'll just say it. Your mama ain't Jesus. What? Right? Her energy draws the life out of you. This is, y'all talk to whoever you want to and go about your business and be happy about it. Do what you want. Okay? Restrict these emotions. Do not let her poke the bear and get you upset. She wants a reaction out of you. No. Don't give her the satisfaction. This can be healed over time. This is seriously a generational issue here. This will wrap up, and she will surrender when she realizes she's not getting the reaction, the emotional reaction. I'm sorry, Mom, it won't happen again. Bullshit. You keep doing it. You're a big girl. You do what you want to do. She don't like it. That's her problem. She'll cave. But I don't think that you've ever not caved. You've always kind of just, I just want to keep the peace. I don't like confrontation. And I understand that. And I respect people that are like that. I'm like pulling on boxing gloves. Let's do this. Stand up for yourself. And you can advise your sister the same thing. Or however it is. And if Mama don't like it, Mama's going to get over it, or Mama's going to lose her family. You are not here to appease her. You could do it respectfully. Means unlike Jen would do. She'll get the hint. Right? Okay. All right. Okay, JoJo. Have a beautiful weekend. Have a beautiful Thanksgiving. All right. So, Joby, it's okay, darling. It's hard to deal with overbearing, especially parents. All right. Sister Renee, can I get a message from Divine Spirit? Sure. What you doing for Thanksgiving? You cooking? Let's see. Sister Renee, what you need to know? Renee, are you obsessing about selling your house? Like, do you get on a realtor site and look how many people have looked at your house or anything like that? I don't know if you're advertising. Are you just, is this becoming your life? Wow. Busy card today. You also have to lean on your faith. What are you so worried about? I kept picking up that there's just worry. And then you might say, it's not worry, I'm just curious. No. It's I need to know, and I need to know now. Because this is knowledge. Yeah, Wings was saying you've got to distance yourself a little bit here. You've got to distance yourself. This is controlling of the emotions, and you have got to allow basically God to do his thing. If you really have faith, you'll drop it and let it go. But this is what I want. And you can tell him, I told you all, tell him exactly what you want. But be prepared for him to go, no. Yeah. Okay. So Divine Spirit just saying, you're worried way too much. You can't control anything right now. Just release it, let it go. Okay. I hope that makes sense to you. And then, okay. And then you're going to come up with a million reasons. But if it happened my way, I could do this and this and this and this. I don't think it matters at this point. And God says, and if I do it my way, I can do this, this, and this, and this. That's an argument that you'll take up with your divine creator. Go for it. I encourage you. All right. Ruben, will people be celebrating Christmas at all or differently? I think it really depends on who you are. Is what I get. People be celebrating Christmas. I don't think pretty much everybody here knows that that is not Yeshua's birthday, but the family tradition of the love and energy that we put out. Are we all going to be worried about what we're forking out with money, traveling? Let's just say happy, not happy, stressed. Wow. It really just depends on who you are. Some people were like, no, I can't do it. So screw it. It's going to have to wait till next year. Yeah. This is looking into the future. Okay. And the investment that has to happen. Some people are like, nope. I can't do it. But that's the distracted world. Does that make sense? The people that are not awake and they don't understand that there's more to it than what you can purchase. Okay. Distracted, not awake people. Will we have a good Christmas? Yes, we will. Here's our triumph from dark to light, happily ever after. It's already in the works. Stay balanced, okay, and ground yourself. And the Empress is always about loving, sovereign, abundant energy. Okay, it depends on how you view things. Okay, some are going to be very, very happy, and others are like, no thanks, let's just not. Okay. Perspective is everything. We've gotten that hangman card a lot today in other questions. All right, this is the last question that I have. Update from Spirit. All right. Overall, or just for you, Jojo? And she had to leave, so I'm not sure. Let's do a general update for Jojo and C. All right. Okay. Jojo, for you personally, Spirit's very, very happy. This is happiness and success, learning who to trust and who's blowing smoke up your rear. Okay. Be careful with who holds on to what and who has the ego problem. I love this. This is reconciliation, all right, with some. And there's also a financial gift here as well. That's a little concerning. Okay, so this is about the intelligence that's needed with information that you get. Don't get tricked because they're just there to take you down. All right, lower frequency, lower energy. I think you're doing okay. This is a process. Temporary. I don't get that it's going to last for a while. There's still a little bit of a struggle. This is a bickering back and forth kind of thing. Inner demons, worry. It's totally up to you of how long that you want to do with this. You're going to yo-yo for a little while. It's okay. You're a human. We kind of discussed that today. You're a human being. We struggle with our own egos, let alone everyone else's egos. Okay? All right. Now, that is all that I have. Let me refresh the coffee page, and then I will tell you the Reader's Digest condensed version of my fractal story. I did not ask for this. I did not pray for this. I actually, I don't sleep that often. When I do, it is so deep that a lot of times I don't remember anything. This time I was meant to remember this event. I'd fallen asleep. Deep, deep sleep. The deep sleep that I don't even realize that my body was still in this world. I was fully emerged subconsciously and it even felt physically in this other realm. There was a battle that had occurred because we were all in military uniform. When I say we, as in all, meaning certain people that I know. No one in here. No one in the collective. These are just people that I know that I know that I knew them. I don't know how. I saw their faces, knew who they were, but it was nobody in here. I don't know why. So it turns out I found out that we had a spy. There was a mole in our group. I found out who it was and literally was beating the crap out of them. Who'd have thunk it? Jen got violent? What? The next thing you know, I was pulled off of this person and taken to kind of chill out in this house, in this room, and I was on a couch. And I was just kind of breathing through it. And there was no one else around me. And I was on this communication thing, and it was not a cell phone. I don't know what it was. You can call it a sat phone. I don't know what it was. I was on the phone, and all of a sudden, I turn my head, and I look, and this man walks in. He's in business casual clothes, and I wasn't quite sure who it was. It was like I had this feeling that I thought I knew who he was, but I wasn't really sure. And before I could do anything, I turned my head, and he goes, "Well, hello, Jenny." Jenny is a name I haven't been called since I was a little kid, unless it's an elder in my family. They call me that still. And it was very evil sounding. And no sooner did he say, "Hello, Jenny," he pulled out a weapon that looked like a gun, shot me in my chest and in my stomach. And I was bleeding out. And then he proceeds to take out a flask that had something in it. It was not alcohol, but it was flammable. Starts pouring it on me and pouring it all around the room. And then lights a match, and everything gets engulfed. And that's when I was vacuum sucked back out and woke up instantly. And my chest hurt and my side hurt. And I'm like, and it was hot. And I woke back up, and I felt heavy. And Wings had his hand on my shoulder, and he says, "You have gained the fractal. Take a minute before you stand up." So that person witnessed its own murder. Yeah. So there is cleanup in other realms. We belong to these teams of people that are cleaning stuff up. And sometimes there are moles and people embedded that are bad on that in this realm as well. They have the same issues that we have here. And your life is in jeopardy in all these realms that has fractals that are still fighting. Could you belong to a realm that has all positivity and good? Yeah, but the euphoria ones are few and far between. Why would that fractal want to come back if it's perfect? So, yeah, these war zone, other parallel worlds, as your fractals come back, take a minute to soak that in because it's a lot, especially when you witness it. But I was full-fledged. I've had fractals come back before that I felt the difference, but I didn't witness it. I witnessed it this time. I'm still figuring out a few of the missing puzzle pieces, but apparently my life in that world is over. My mission is over. Now I have to concentrate somewhere else. Everyone's story is different. Everyone's fractals are different. But take away from that what you will, but it is totally possible to remember everything from an astral travel or fractal retention. So, okay. May sound strange. And if it doesn't resonate with you, that's okay. When you're a fractal, that's okay. It is absolutely amazing. I had one probably 7 years ago where I was also shot twice. I was drug out of my house, thrown down onto the ground by these men in black military gear. And I absolutely refused to obey what they were doing. And they shot me in the head twice. I got that fractal back too. I was allowed to witness that one. So it's not the first time that it's happened. It just doesn't happen very often. But I got a handful still out there. Still got work to do. Okay. The cool thing about when I'm in this realm, the only thing that I feel like if they shoot me is pressure. There's no pain because your crystalline body takes over. Your soul goes, "This don't hurt. It's fine. Whatever." there was no suffering. But you get these little bits of, I guess that little bits of pain that I woke up with, because it's just a reminder that that subconscious fractal that came back is like, yeah, we just went through that. Take a minute. And it does go away. But I felt no pain in that fractal world that was so severe I couldn't deal with it. It is wild. Okay. Don't look at it as, now I don't look at it as terrifying. I find it fascinating. I am very privileged to be able to go and do that, because I like to know, what the crap am I doing over there and what's going on? Who do I know? And how can I avoid trouble? Those kind of things. There is no fear at all. I have no fear of dying in any other world. It's when I get back into this ego, the flesh fights back. I'm like, nobody wants to not feel good or hurt. But in those realms, I could care less. My soul could care less. Yeah. Okay. So, yeah, gained one back. So it's like, welcome home. On to the next one, whenever that is. It's not up to me. All right, guys. All right. We've gone a couple of hours. Like I said, I am taking next week off, and because we have different things on different days with family events. I will be back Monday, December the 1st. Christmas sale is still going on. I still can communicate with you through email. So feel free to do that if you need it. And I always tell people, if something is so pressing, then you need a question, the best way to find me is the coffee page, because it pings my phone. If you need it, put it in there. I will get to you. But as far as the shows, not doing one. It's a lot. Okay. I want y'all to have a very, very blessed Thanksgiving. If you celebrate, if you don't, I hope you have a very, very blessed week. My RV family, if something happens and we peanut butter or something like that, you will hear from me if I am able to get online. Okay? I promise. Have a blessed week next week. And I'll see you next month. I love ya. Blessings, blessings.